Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the latest updates. I'm MarkZ, and this is your go-to channel for everything related to the Iraqi Dinar, including the latest insights and breaking news. Now, let's dive straight into today's discussion because we've got some major updates coming directly from Iraq, and I can assure you, this is something you won't want to miss. To start things off, Iraq's relationship with Iran, particularly in the areas of gas and electricity imports, is undergoing a significant shift. As many of you already know, Iraq has historically depended on Iran to meet its energy needs, especially in these two critical sectors. However, a major development has taken place. Trump has implemented a measure that prevents Iraq from continuing to import gas and electricity from Iran. This is a game changer because it signals the potential end of Iraq's reliance on Iranian energy. Now, you may be wondering what impact this will have on Iraq's economy and, more importantly, its currency. The key takeaway here is that Iraq is actively working on strengthening its own gas production capabilities, making a concerted effort to utilize its own natural gas resources. However, when it comes to electricity, Iraq still requires assistance to develop the necessary infrastructure. This is where the United States is expected to step in, playing a vital role in helping Iraq establish a sustainable power grid to meet its growing energy demands. This initiative isn't just a short-term solution but rather a long-term strategy aimed at ensuring stability in the region while reducing Iran's influence. Consequently, these developments could have a profound impact on Iraq's economy and the valuation of its currency in the long run. Speaking of the Iraqi dinar, let's address some of the speculations that have been circulating. Many rumors are being spread regarding the potential future value of the dinar, and some of them are quite extreme. For example, there are those who anticipate an exchange rate similar to what Kuwait experienced 3 decades ago, when its currency underwent both a redenomination and a revaluation. In Kuwait's case, for a brief period, the exchange rate surged as high as $15, but this was short-lived, lasting only about a week before it stabilized around $3 to $1. Many believe this brief window of opportunity was exploited by major investors and insiders who were able to capitalize on the temporary spike. However, Iraq has learned from Kuwait's experience and understands that launching the dinar at an unrealistically high exchange rate could have disastrous consequences. If Iraq were to follow a similar path, it could destabilize the economy, lead to uncontrollable inflation, and ultimately undermine the progress the country has made. My personal belief is that we will not see an outrageously high exchange rate upon revaluation. Instead, Iraq is more likely to introduce a rate that aligns with other Middle Eastern currencies, hovering around a reasonable 3-to-1 ratio against the US dollar. Such an approach would ensure long-term economic stability and prevent the financial turmoil that could result from an unsustainable spike in value. Another topic that many have inquired about is the possibility of contract rates. Some of you have asked whether special contract rates will be available when the revaluation takes place. The truth is that no contract rates will be accessible through traditional banking channels. However, if you possess a contract from as far back as October 2011, then you might be eligible for a special rate. This would not be processed through conventional banks but rather through alternative arrangements, and it would need to be settled before the revaluation officially occurs. The reason for this is simple. Once the revaluation is in effect, executing such transactions would become legally problematic. Therefore, any special contractual arrangements would need to be finalized in advance. Now, shifting our focus back to the latest developments in Iraq, things are progressing rapidly, and the flow of information is electrifying. Optimism is growing, and I can honestly say that anticipation is at an all-time high. I've been following these updates closely, and I have to admit that I can barely contain my excitement. Everything is pointing towards significant changes unfolding in the near future. If things continue at this pace, we might witness some crucial breakthroughs as soon as next week. As always, this journey has been a roller coaster ride, so prepare yourselves because the next phase is bound to be an exhilarating one. Personally, I am feeling more optimistic with each passing day, and I genuinely believe that we are on the cusp of something transformative. To add to the excitement, the Central Bank of Iraq recently reached an important milestone. In just 5 days of currency auctions, the bank sold over $1 billion in hard currency, surpassing a total of $1.4 billion in sales. This level of financial activity suggests that confidence in Iraq's economic future is strengthening. The bulk of these sales came from foreign remittances, which accounted for roughly $1.39 billion, while direct cash sales reached approximately $1.6 million. These figures clearly indicate that momentum is building, and as a result, the exchange rate between the US dollar and the Iraqi dinar has been fluctuating. In Baghdad, the rate has been shifting between 1,515 and 1,495 dinars per US dollar in currency exchange shops. Meanwhile, in the Kurdistan region, the exchange rate has remained relatively stable. Interestingly, stock exchange data shows that rates have dropped from 155 dinars to 135 dinars over the last several days. This downward trend suggests that the dinar is gaining stability, which is an encouraging sign, particularly as foreign investors grow more confident in Iraq's long-term prospects. This is only the beginning, with Iraq taking significant steps to regain control over its energy sector, prioritizing infrastructure development, and bolstering its currency reserves. We are witnessing the early stages of a promising economic transformation. Everything appears to be aligning in a way that suggests a bright future for Iraq's financial landscape, and these signs of progress cannot be ignored. So, what does all of this mean for those invested in the Iraqi dinar? Simply put, now is the time to stay vigilant and informed. If you've been sitting on the sidelines, this is your wake-up call. The groundwork is being laid for Iraq's economic resurgence, and the potential impact on the dinar could be profound. Of course, there are always risks involved, but by staying up to date and analyzing reliable information, we can make well-informed decisions. As I wrap up today's discussion, I want to remind you all to stay engaged and continue tracking these developments. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more exclusive updates. And don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. Do you believe the Iraqi dinar is on the verge of a major revaluation? Are you optimistic about Iraq's future? Let me know what you think. I truly appreciate the discussions we have in the comments section, and your insights mean a lot to me. As always, hold on to your optimism because we are in for an exciting journey. I'll see you in the next update. Stay safe and keep your investments secure. Peace out.